Namaskar. I am with Comrade Azeez Pasha, who has been the General Secretary of All India Students Federation during 74 to 78, and he was the Member of Parliament in the Upper House since 2006 to 12. And currently he is the National Secretary of the Communist Party of India. Thank you, comrade, for giving me your invaluable time. I am working on rhetoric and its publics, some aspects of rhetoric and its reception in India, circa 1967 to 2017. For this research, I, with my guide, Professor Rakesh Bhattabayal, I have selected 3 sets of rhetoric. In the first set of rhetoric, we have selected 3 political personalities in the government side: Indira Gandhi, Madhu Dandavate, and Narendra Modi. And in the second set of rhetoric, again we have selected 3 personalities from opposition side: Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, Bhupesh Gupta, and Lalu Prasad. And in the third set of rhetoric, we have selected 3 public intellectuals: Bipin Chandra, Malkani, and Harishankar Parsai. I want an oral testimony from you on the veteran communist leader, Comrade Bhupesh Gupta. My first question to you is, how did you get into here the writer Bhupesh Gupta? Any special circumstances, if you can recollect?
No, I was in the National Council.
Ji.
And then when I was ASF General Secretary, so my headquarters is just nearby, 4/7 Asfari Road.
Achha.
So I'm a regular visitor here. So I happened to meet Comrade Bhupesh Gupta. He was a new editor and a famous parliamentarian.
Ji.
Sometimes we used to go to his house also.
Acha. Where did maybe?
Firoz Road.
Acha. Firoz Shah Road. Ji.
So during my tenure as the ASF General Secretary, we often used to visit his house and then discuss certain things. He was a very busy man, but he used to spare time whenever we go. So, as a parliamentarian, his services are really unforgettable. When I was in Hyderabad as a student leader, so Defense of India rules were planned. At the time he came to Hyderabad, Muhyiddin was the city secretary,
Acha.
famous poet. So, a huge gathering, so condemning Defense of India rules. So, at the time, Bhupesh Gupta's speech has evinced a lot of keen interest among the audience who were from various shades of opinion. So, right from those days, before I shifted myself from Hyderabad to Delhi, I was going and then listening to his speeches. He was a very powerful speaker. And then inside the parliament also, he used to attract a lot of attention. And then whenever he stands to speak in the parliament, so everybody used to keen what Comrade Bhupesh Gupta is talking about. So they used to give a lot of credence to his suggestions and then his analysis. So he was really a person who has influenced a great deal to that generation, and I think even the future generation also.
Exactly. And what was the general political and social conditions of the country in the time Bhupesh Gupta was intervening?
At the time, Indira Gandhi was Prime Minister. Both were classmates in London.
Ji.
So, but that intimacy, that friendship has never came in the way of his principle.
Exactly.
He used to be very much
Critical.
and vehemently he used to criticize. If he understands that this law which is going to be enacted, a very interesting incident I
Ji.
would like to tell you.
Uh-huh.
You see, once he wanted to go to Bulgaria for his treatment.
Mhm.
So government of Bulgaria invited rather.
Mhm.
They said that for your ailment, we are inviting you. Please come and then accept our hospitality.
Mhm.
So he applied for. So at the time, what happened? The new law, FRCA, FCRA, FRCA,
Achha.
Foreign Regulations
Ji, ji.
Introduction Act,
Ji.
was enacted. The persons who are holding the right from the district executive membership to the top level, their foreign visit should be cleared by Home Ministry also,
Mhm.
not only External Affairs.
Ji.
So naturally he applied. Then the concerned deputy secretary was in the home. He wrote back, for this ailment, IMC is a better comparing to Bulgarian hospitals.
Mhm.
That fellow doesn't know who is.
Bhupesh.
Then Gyani Zail Singh was Home Minister,
Ji.
and then Om Mehta was Minister of State for Home.
Acha.
When they came to know, they got puzzled and then immediately called and abused him.
Mhm.
How come? How dare? I don't know, sir. As per rules, I followed the rules. And then he said, then immediately Gyani Zail Singh took the phone and he tried to talk to Commander Bhupesh.
Ji.
Bhupesh da, I am sorry, that bloody bastard, I am told that he has given some sort of negative this thing.
Ji.
So, no, I am immediately sending permission letter,
Mhm.
clearance.
Ji.
He said, no, I have taken a decision not to go.
Oh. Mhm.
Then immediately, Gyani Zail Singh
Mhm.
sent Om Mehta, Minister of State for Home, as a personal emissary to his house.
Mhm.
Then he came and then tried to convince him
Ji.
by, first of all, expressing their regrets
Mhm.
on behalf of the Home Ministry,
Mhm.
and then started abusing that fellow deputy secretary.
Ji.
So he said, why do you abuse him? He has just followed the rule, your rule sincerely.
Mhm.
I am going to raise this question in the parliament about the rules, not about the deputy secretary who sincerely followed it.
Mhm.
Then they got puzzled and then what to do? You know, they are also very cunning fellows. They immediately sent the deputy secretary along with his wife and children.
Oh.
The threat of a transferring to Andaman Nicobar.
Mhm.
At the time it was used
Ji,
to
ji,
be called
ji.
as
Punishment.
Kalapani, not this place of interest.
Ji,
Or,
ji.
no?
Ji.
So that letter was given to him that you are transferred to
Andaman.
Andaman.
Mhm.
So then he came to 5 Ferozshah Road along with his wife and children,
Mhm. Deputy Secretary.
deputy secretary,
Ji.
and he started touching his feet and then requesting. Even his wife was begging,
Mhm.
oh, how can he take all these children to Andaman? They are studying here in public schools,
Mhm.
so everything will be dislocated.
Mhm.
I was not knowing. He said, I was not knowing about you.
Ji.
So it is not your mistake. If at all in Parliament, I will praise your services, but you are sincerely followed. There is not even single 1% mistake
Dishonest.
you committed.
Mhm.
Whatever, I am only going to attack the rules, not you.
Mhm.
But what to do, sir? You may be, but already I am transferred unless you go to Bulgaria, you renounce your idea of staying back,
Ji.
then this transfer letter will not be withdrawn.
Mhm.
Then wife, children, because they understand communist means basically humanitarian attitude will be there.
True. True.
So no force
Mhm.
will yield them.
Mhm.
So that is how. Then he said, okay, you go.
Mm-hmm.
That is one example I am saying.
क्या बात.
So I am also remembered Lal Denga,
अच्छा.
then Christian leader of Mizoram,
Mm-hmm.
when he was fighting for separate Mizoram.
Mm-hmm.
So he was not only doing a very big movement in Mizoram,
Mm-hmm.
northeast. So he came in Delhi to meet Prime Minister, Home Minister.
Mm-hmm.
Then he made it a point to come at Bhupesh Gupta also.
Mm-hmm.
So he came and then he tried to convince why Mizoram should be separated. There was no issue, important political issue, where Comrade Bhupesh Gupta's involvement is not there.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing I wanted to,
जी.
you were
जी.
doing, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
when the news reached to Indira Gandhi,
Mm-hmm.
then Prime Minister, that Comrade Bhupesh Gupta died today morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then immediately she called her PA, let us go to Ajay Bhavan.
Hmm.
Then immediately it was informed to security. Security people came, sir, we need 6 hours combing operation because there is a potential threat to our life.
Mm-hmm.
So lot of trees and in front of our Bal Bhavan is there.
जी जी जी.
So they said it will take at least 6 hours. So we'll make way only after 6 hours. Hell with your security.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going. She came. She sat here for 1 hour in the body.
Uh-huh.
And I remember
Mm-hmm.
Times of India.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, Girilal Jain was editor.
जी.
So he started adopting soft Hindutva.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of, otherwise they were very good friends.
Mhm,
Both, they continued their friendship,
जी.
but ideologically and politically they differed.
जी.
So he used to vehemently criticize, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Why you are deviating yourself to Girilal Jain.
Mm-hmm.
The day he died, the editorial, even today I remember, what a wonderful
Wonderful.
editorial Girilal Jain.
Obviously.
Given rich tributes to Comrade Bhupesh Gupta. Even the paper New Age, our paper,
Uh-huh.
which he was the editor
जी जी.
at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think such a beautiful editorial was written in our party's meeting.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
क्या बात. क्या
But-
बात.
And the whole page I saw
Mm-hmm.
throughout the country condolence message.
Mm-hmm.
One full page of
Obituary.
Times of India.
Editorial.
Delhi editorial and one full page only
On-
condolence messages.
Oh.
I think number of people.
Mm.
So they were not precising anything,
Mm-hmm.
cutting. They have given full scope. Whoever has
Great,
prominent persons are issued condolence messages.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the type, the respect which they used to have.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are several, you see, things.
Mm-hmm. And did Bhupesh Gupta touch you because he used to address issues, contemporary issues, or some issues which used to affect uncompromisingly?
In an uncompromising way, he used to. One day, I think, because we were having our special conference in Guwahati,
जी.
a day earlier, Sanjay Gandhi issued a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Communists are traitors.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1 hour earlier, before he was taking the floor, inaugurating our conference, he was so furious.
Mm-hmm.
And then the befitting reply which he gave.
Mm-hmm.
But even though immediately, I think first bulletin will be in Hindi or English? Hindi.
Hindi.
In 6 o'clock, 6:30.
जी जी जी.
So in which this statement has come. Sanjay Gandhi dubbed communists as traitors while citing the Quit India movement.
Mm-hmm.
Before English news
Uh-huh.
to be relayed,
Mhm.
it was immediately informed to her. Then there was a correction. I think it might have been, it is there. So, communists are traitors. We mean CPM.
Oh.
The time CPM did that to birth.
Yes, yes.
But only to assuage our feeling that we should not become angry. So immediately it was deviated like this. He stopped going to, after hearing this, then one day, both I think in Hungarian embassy or some, Indira Gandhi was also there, Bhupesh Gupta was also there. Coming Bhupesh was trying to avoid saying hello to
Indira.
Indira. Indira ji also trying to chase actually to call him and then send. Then he was avoiding. Then immediately she crossed and then came in front of. What, Bhupesh, I am seeing that you are trying to avoid me. What happened? I think you are still angry that my son has given them. And you are just like father. You can abuse him. You are having every right to criticize him. And then ask him what sort of
Nonsense.
things he has to. So for which you are, after getting displeased, you are not coming to a residence because you don't want to hurt anybody's feeling. So he said, no, this is not the case. No, I am taking a strong note that you are not coming. I think that is the reason. So coming Bhupesh's feelings, you see, everybody used to keep him in high esteem. And I give another statement, I don't know whether it is proper on my part to say.
Please.
One, Chikmagalur elections. So, Indira Gandhi won that election. So, Kamil Dange sent congratulatory message to Indira Gandhi for her success. Then our central secretariat, they were upset. How come? Because it was not to our liking at the time. We were very much critical due to those emergency excesses. So then Central Secretariat selected Comrade Bhupesh. He is the only person among secretary who can question Comrade Dange. So you can understand that his stature
and integrity.
So Comrade Bhupesh was really his contribution to the country, contribution to the left movement was really immense. We cannot forget.
And any specific lecture or talk which we
I
could
attended
have
several lectures.
amongst party men or in training camp?
Yes, training camp. So 1 or 2 training camps while I was in Hyderabad, he inaugurated them. And then he fixed up some targets while analyzing this situation, what the communists are bound to do, and how to build up the party, then our services to the nation. So it used to inspire us. These pictures used to inspire us. We learned a lot. But a person of that comprehensive knowledge and then experience, I don't know whether we can. So, anyhow, even though we have declared after his death the entire year to propagate his ideas and then his endeavor to build up a strong party, a strong left movement. So that we try to, that how far we have implemented, we don't know. In the future also we will try to.
You have talked so many aspects and demeanors of Bhupesh Gupta and very we can say, a very intimate manner. The bond between you and him, or him and the other fellows in the party, I can feel that. Do you find any difference between his oral and written composition, the way he used to address the audience and the way he used to articulate his ideas in written form? Any difference?
Yes, definitely. You see, there will be some sort of difference
Uh-huh.
between written forms and then oral speech.
Or JJ?
So there will be a lot of articulation definitely in the
Mhm.
writings of Bhupesh.
J.
But he was, he never used to hide anything.
Mhm, mhm,
If he is really displeased or having anger,
uh-huh.
with that tone he used to tell.
Mhm,
The persons against whom he is criticising, it will be a greater pinch for him.
mhm, mhm,
The way he will speak,
mhm.
he will not leave anybody. Even at the time when Pandit Nehru was there,
Mhm,
so there were so many happenings.
mhm.
So both himself and Feroz Gandhi together,
Acha.
I remember student days.
J.
So Bhupesh was very powerful speaker. He never left anybody if he is committing slightest mistake. Maybe Pandit Nehru is thinking PL 480, for example, PL 480 importing these grains from US.
J.
So the way he vehemently criticized PL 480, still remember. Well, there are several things. So Pandit Nehru tried to defend his stand,
J.
but Comrade Bhupesh used to be uncompromising because he used to have a very different ideas, sharp.
Mhm. And Comrade Gupta, did he go to Hindi belt also to address Bihar, UP, Hindi belt? How could he manage to speak in those areas?
Translation.
Acha, interpreter was there. Acha,
When I
acha.
was contesting from Malakpet Assembly constituency,
Uh-huh.
he came.
Acha.
A huge meeting was there.
Mhm.
He spoke in English, then we translated.
Acha, acha. Mhm. And you,
Like Indrajit Gupta,
uh-huh,
who used to be
bilingual,
bilingual.
or A.B. Vardhan also,
Multilingual.
multilingual. Uh-huh.
So, Comrade Bhupesh Gupta only bilingual,
Mhm.
Bengali and then
English.
Mm.
Mhm.
And you know, he was a bachelor.
Bachelor throughout.
One can. There is also sort of a sacrifice person.
And from 52 to 81 till his last breath, he remained a parliamentarian. And to end, even when Sanjay Gandhi passed a remark which was not very pleasant, or was not in good taste, or even not true, if we can say, when Sanjay Gandhi's untimely demise the country witnessed, then Bhupesh Gupta met Indira Gandhi, and the way he expressed his grief.
He was one among the few first people who went and then offered condolences. That was greatness, and then brought out clothes. In spite of the relations which were not good with him. But still, he went to solace Indira Gandhi.
Thank you so much, comrade, for this great conversation, and I am quite sure that my work will be enriched by this great insight and so many memoirs. Thank you so much. Thank you.
ये रखता हूँ मैं दो तीन दूसरी इंटरेस्टिंग बातें बोल